Welcome in, friends. Thank you so much for being here. This is Sarah Luna. We are going to take a look at who can't stop thinking about you. And we have those 4 crystals to choose from. This is pile number 1, 2, 3, and this here is 4. We have the Snowflake Obsidian for pile number 1. For pile number 2, we have the Falcon's Eye. I have to show the crystal like that because if I hold it up to the camera, all you can see is the camera phone. For pile number 3, we have a piece of rose quartz. And for pile number 4, we have the orange calcite. Or orange selenite. Sorry, it's an orange selenite. I wasn't sure, so I googled it. This is an orange selenite. So this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to take a look at, here on YouTube, we're going to take a look at the current energy between you. So this is going to be an oracle card energy check about who they are. Then why can't they stop thinking about you? What do they think about you? And then in the extended on Patreon, we're going to take a look at the fantasies and desires, what reminds them of you, and what do they want from you, if anything at all. So we're going to start with the energy check. Please pause the video if you need more time. Take all the time that you need. There is no right or wrong. You can always come back and choose anew. You can choose multiple times as well. There are no rules. Whatever is in alignment with you, whatever your heart says yes to. I would also really appreciate it if you could leave me a like and a subscribe if your heart says yes. That would be really great. It helps the channel and it's just one click for you. And see you in your reading. Welcome in pile number 1. You chose this beautiful Snowflake Obsidian. I'm going to put it here. And I wanted 1 oracle card for the energy check, but for you 2 came out, so I'm not going to deprive you of a card. You're going to get both cards, of course. The first one that came out was the number 16 with Bitchfire, Stand Up For Yourself. And the card that came out right underneath is the number 20, Lighthouse, Don't Doubt Your Worth. And she's hanging a picture that says, I'm always enough. So Bitchfire and Lighthouse came out together. And this is your energy check, because here in the energy check, we're going to take a look at the current energy between you and the person who can't stop thinking about you in order to find out who they are. This person is someone who will always shine a bright light for you. Like we have the lighthouse and here we have another light lit for you. This is a person who always shines a light for you when you have lost your way or when you think you have lost your way, when you feel lost. And I also feel that many times they are going to show up in order to show you that you aren't actually lost, that you haven't actually lost your way. They like to show up for you in a way that makes you feel empowered, in a way that makes you feel seen, and in a way that makes you feel, even if you are alone, if you're weathering a storm on your own, it makes you feel like you at least have someone to talk to about it. This is definitely a person who will be a guiding light when you are lost in overthinking, when you are lost in not knowing where to go, feeling like you don't know who you are anymore. And also when you make yourself small, not only when other people try to do that, but when you do that completely on your own, kind of like not with a malicious intent, but more like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know if I'm ready for this. And this person is going to be like, bitch, please. This person is going to show you that, yes, like this is a no-nonsense person. And they're going to show you that you definitely are worth it and that you can give it a try. And they are also here to show you that even if it doesn't work out, it was still worth trying. This person is very tough, but they also have kind of like Bob Ross energy. There are no mistakes, just happy accidents. And I always like to remind people that Bob Ross was a drill sergeant before he started painting. So this is definitely a person who has a past where they were, like before they had the enlightenment, they were a person not to be messed with, and they still are. Sorry, if you can hear my dog, she's eating. They still are someone you shouldn't mess with, but they are enlightened now. They're very zen now. So there are a lot of memes going around about when someone's testing your patience and they don't know that before your enlightenment you were ghetto. And this is kind of the energy I'm getting from this person. They're very calm and very tranquil, and they will hold a light for you to find your way in the dark. But people should not mess with you because they haven't always been an enlightened person. With Lighthouse, I also not only get the obvious, the lighthouse, but also they create a house full of light, very unapologetically so, with a lot of very strict boundaries. And I mean, boundaries are always supposed to be strict, but boundaries that are unquestionably there to protect, that are not there to be bent or renegotiated in any kind of way. They are very protective, and they're trying to keep the house warm and full of light, and anyone or anything that could encroach upon this energy is going to be purged. They give me crone energy and vulture energy. Crone and vulture, they are symbols and symbolisms of purging what doesn't serve you anymore, just like panther energy in spirit animal lore. Panther energy is also this crone, this vulture energy, this purging what doesn't serve you anymore and letting go of what drags you down before you drown with it. It's an energy that can be seen as aggressive, but it's actually a very assertive energy. It's an energy that makes sure that nothing can dim the light, which goes hand in hand with bitch fire energy. So this is definitely the energy I get here. This person could be a spouse. This person could be a family member, a friend, a co-worker, a work bestie, anything that is close to you and the life that you lead. So it's definitely not going to be like someone that you just see at the supermarket like once a month or something like that. It's someone who is an intricate part of your life, of your life balance, and you see them on a frequent basis, and they are a part of your life. When I say you see them on a frequent basis, I quickly want to talk about that because they can also be an online friend. So let's not say they see you on a frequent basis, but they are in contact with you on a frequent basis, because I don't want to exclude anyone who has more contact with people online, because that's still valid and the reading could totally still apply. They are someone who has your best interest at heart, and very assertively so. They are protecting your space. They're holding space for you, and they are protecting it. It's kind of like kind of getting a picture, warrior picture, someone who Gandalf energy, is you shall not pass energy. They stand there with their staff, and they're like, you shall not pass to any energy that's trying to encroach upon you or your space in a way that is non-beneficial to your mental or physical health. So this is who they are. And that's the current energy between the two of you. They have a very protective energy towards you, and they are taking care of your mental health in a way that they try to keep away anything that could be detrimental to your health. We're now going to go into the tarot bit of the reading, because we are taking a look at why can't they stop thinking about you? And then we're taking a look at what do they think about you. I already pre-shuffled the deck, but just for everyone's peace of mind. So, why can't they stop thinking about you? We have the sun. This is beautiful. Sun energy is inner child energy. Your inner child resides in your heart chakra, which is also called the soul chakra. And inner child energy, sun energy, is an energy where you are reminded of all the things that you love to do as a child, things that make you feel grounded, that make you feel at ease, that make you feel comfortable in your own skin. And it can be little things like wearing your favorite jumper or listening to your favorite song on repeat, binging your favorite television programs, anything that sets your mind at ease, anything that helps you to decompress when you get home. These are things that connect you to your inner child. And sometimes, or very often, it's things that we also love to do as children, like painting or playing with clay or anything that you really enjoyed doing as a child. That sometimes is difficult to get back into as an adult because it's seen as a waste of time, it's seen as childish, it's seen as if you can't monetize it, then why do you do it, like that. But it is actually really healthy to get back into that because it is healthy for your inner child. And it is healthy for you to feel grounded because when your inner child is happy, your heart chakra and soul chakra is happy. And then you are happy. So this is like sunshine from within when you reconnect to your inner child. So we have light again. We have pitch fire, lighthouse, and then we have the sun, the brightest light in the tarot deck. So beautiful. Okay, I wanted to keep on shuffling, but I had to immediately say this because you have 2 light cards. Why can't they stop thinking about you? Oh, okay. We have the tower, but we do have the tower in reverse. I was waiting for more light to come. That there isn't any other light, but still. I mean, the hermit is holding a lantern, so... We also have the 2 of Swords. We have 2 of Swords and Sun in the upright and a Tower in reverse. And then we have the 4 of Swords that nearly fell down. That's why I've been fumbling with it. We have the 4 of Swords in the upright. I think it's very interesting that here on the side of the lighthouse we have 2 major arcanas, completely independent on whether they're in the upright or in reverse, but there are 2 major arcanas. And then on the side of Pitchfire, we have Swords. And this is very telltale because this is an energy of you being very much in your head, and it's an energy of you with every decision making. I don't want to say you struggle with every decision making because that's not a very beneficial wording, but it's I think I mentioned this in the very beginning, and I'm going to repeat it because it's coming up here with the Swords cards. It's an energy of an overthinker. It's an energy of, it's sometimes very difficult for you to make decisions, to make choices, to figure out what's a good decision. And it's also the energy of someone who's really nurturing all outer aspects of their life and therefore forget themselves, like taking care of themselves. And this, like, why can't they stop thinking about you? Because of this. They come in with their bitch fire and with their tough love, really tough love, to pull you out of this, overthinking, of this giving to other people and never receiving anything back. And if other people would like to give back, you're way too busy giving again. And the 2 of Swords is all about choices. And look how you're standing in the middle with your hands in the air and you're like so overwhelmed. You're like, what am I gonna do? And this is when this person comes in. That's why they can't stop thinking about you, because they feel like you're such a good person and they want to support you. They see that you're overwhelmed and they want to support you. They see that you are giving and that you're exhausted and that you're struggling and that you need to take a break, that you need to close your eyes, that you need to meditate, that you need to nap, that you need to relax. They see that and they see your need to recharge, and that's why they come in. My camera just overheated and I had to restart. I hope I will be able to cut this in a satisfactory way. I'm so sorry, that wasn't planned. The why they can't stop thinking about you, we just finished that. They can't stop thinking about you because they see that you are overexerting yourself, and they see that you do need, I don't want to say that you do need help, but you do need to recharge. You do need to show up for yourself the way that you show up for others. And they have a lot of respect for you and for how you handle things, for how you carry yourself, for how you show up for other people. And they're very impressed with you, but they feel like you bring that fire to the table for other people, but not for yourself. And that's why they can't stop thinking about you, because they're kind of like overthinking how they could help you and how they could inspire you to show up for yourself the way you show up for others. They think of you because they worry, but worry isn't the right word. They think about you because they care. That's a better word than worry. In this situation, it sounds more true to the situation. They care. That's why they can't stop thinking about you. They care and they want to help, and they have a lot of love for you and how you handle other people, how you approach other people, how you show up for other people. That's why they can't stop thinking about you. And with the what do they think about you, that's where I take a look at the major arcanas here and at the lighthouse, because this is their worry. This is them showing up like kind of like a superhero who wants to light a candle for you. And here on this side we have what do they think about you? And what they think about you is not only what we said earlier, that you need to reconnect with your inner child in order to shine as brightly as you possibly can. But also I feel like that their inner child, they really, really loves you. And this doesn't have to be romantic love, by the way. There are many types of love, but when we take a look at what do they think about you, their inner child really, really loves you. And they think that you would have made great friends as children. They think that you would have wreaked havoc together and it would have been lovely, on the playground, those silly games of tag or something like that. Like they very often think about it, and they look at you when they see you when you were little. They still see your inner child shine through your beautiful eyes, is what I hear. And they're like, yeah, we would have been wonderfully terrible together. Children that really keep adults awake and on their feet. It's good. It means they're healthy. And they often think about that, and I think that's so lovely. And they want you to rekindle that fire within yourself because it's healthy and because it makes you happy. And that's why the sun energy comes through. They want to, I'm hearing, I want to run wild with you and free. Maybe the two of you work a lot or have a lot of responsibilities, and I don't feel like they want to see you with less responsibilities, but they do want you to see in a healthier work-life balance where you can embrace life and feel totally alive, and where you allow yourself to let go every once in a while in order to let new and joyful perspectives present themselves to you. Because if you're always busy with your inner and outer work, it's always also very important to treat yourself, to make time for a reward, to have a little adventure, a little childlike wonder and optimism, to bring your vitality back, and also to celebrate all the things that we do as adults that that are kind of draining and exhausting. And if we don't celebrate every once in a while, even with little things, then it can be more draining and more exhausting. So what they think about you is that you're such a lovely person, but that you really, really need more time to play. And it can be literal play. It can be that they want to play literal games with you, like card games and board games. It can be literal. Just so you know. And with the Tower here in reverse, I also want to mention with Aries and Mars energy here. Aries is the first sign. They really want you to put yourself first for a change. And it's time for some personal transformation. And they see that you have a little lingering fear of change. And that's because you're trying to avert disaster is what they feel. It's kind of like you always feel this crisis looming because you've been through many crises in your life. And it's kind of like you fear that when you let yourself play, when you let yourself go, is what I hear, quote unquote, let yourself go, then there's disaster happening, there's disaster awaiting. And they're letting you know that that's not the case, but they think that this is what, I'm not saying that this is what you struggle with, but this is what they think what you struggle with. And they hope that you can find it within you, that you can find a way to relax more, to play more, and to be happier, and to not doubt your worth. Because even if there has been a crisis or a disaster in the past, know that you are always enough, and don't doubt your worth, and know that you still deserve to let go and to play every once in a while. It's kind of like this person thinks about you that you are drowning yourself in work because you're worried what you would do if you wouldn't drown yourself in work. Like disaster could strike if I don't keep myself busy, that kind of thinking. And they're worried because of that. And they think that you are such a beautiful light, and that they really want you to shine even brighter. We have so much light in this reading. I love it. And they are not scared. They don't think that disaster is going to strike. They don't think that there's going to be a crisis if you just let go every once in a while. They don't think that. And if it would happen, if you would get lost in the dark, they would be your lighthouse. And if gentle parenting doesn't work, they would be your bitch fire. So not to worry, they got you. They have a lot of love for you. And they definitely see your inner child. Like when they look at you, or when you're happy, when you laugh, when you smile, when you tell a joke, they see your inner child sparkling in your eyes, and they're like, yes, that's what I want for you. That's what I want to bring forth more. They want that for you, to be happy, to have this laughter in your chest is what I feel. This is what they want for you. Laughter in the chest, yeah. I have both my hands on my chest. And this is what I feel for you in this reading here. This is what they want for you. This is what they think about you. This is when you're at your happiest, when you're laughing, and when you're letting go a little bit. And they're not saying stop working altogether. Your work ethic is something that they admire very much. But every once in a while, it's important to come out and play, So in the extended, we're going to take a look at their fantasies and desires. I haven't even written down the decks yet because I wasn't sure. Then we're going to take a look at what reminds them of you, and what do they want from you, if anything at all. So we're going to take a look at that in the extended with more tarot cards and with a different oracle deck added to this spread. So for those who follow me to the extended, yay. And for those who say goodbye here, thank you so very much for being here. I appreciate you. Please leave me a like and a comment and a subscribe if your heart says yes. You can also find my daily pick a card readings on Instagram, my live pick a card readings on Twitch, and my self-published card decks on Etsy. Thank you so very much for being here. I appreciate you, and see you in the next reading. Goodbye. Welcome in pile number 2, the Falcon's Eye pile. Thank you so very much for being here. This is your reading about who can't stop thinking about you. And I absolutely love the Falcon's eye. It's so cool, and it's so comfortable in the hand. This is the reading about someone who gives you comfort, someone who held your hand and made you feel better many times. Maybe you were little and they were older. Could be a parent or a grandparent or a sibling. Doesn't have to be, but this is the vibe I'm getting just from the crystal. Someone who will always hold your hand is what I hear, no matter where they go. That's what I hear. This is beautiful. It makes me sad. This is beautiful, but sad in a good way. I'll leave you crystal here. So this card is going to be the energy check. This is our oracle deck, the Believe in Your Own Magic deck from Amanda Lovelace. This is the current energy between you, but it's also an energy check about who are they. We're going to take a look at who is this person that can't stop thinking about you. And with this energy check, you will know if this is your pile or not. Feel free to go back if it isn't and to choose a new. There are no rules. You can always go back and come back. It's completely up to you. So let's take a look at who are they, who can't stop thinking about you. We do have the number 15, and we have garden. Something lovely will grow from this. It's what it says on the card. And we have this beautiful maiden holding some soil and a flower in the palm of their hands and a sword stuck in the soil behind them. And there's a beautiful lush tree behind them, and they're in the garden. I would have said forest because behind them it looks like a forest, but they're in the garden, in a rose bush, no less. Sorry for everyone who can see with their eyes. I don't mean to bore you, but for those who cannot, I wanted to describe this beautiful card. Not for those who cannot, those who don't. Sorry. Normally I wouldn't overthink this wording so much. This person has trouble finding their words at the moment. So it could be that this is an older person that is maybe struggling with dementia or with onset dementia, or simply with some memory loss. Or if it's not an older person, it's simply someone who has trouble finding their words, trouble wording things in a way that doesn't offend people. Could be someone who is on the spectrum, who has trouble with socializing with people or wording things in a way that people don't find offensive. All those, whatever resonates. Someone who has trouble finding their words at the moment and who worries that their words are not taken in the way that they mean them. This is someone who you have known your whole life. This is not the reading it is not a romantic reading. The first pile definitely was for most of you. But here I don't get the vibe of a romantic reading in a romance sense, and I don't get the vibe of neighbors or colleagues or, something like this. I distinctly get the vibe here of a family member or someone who feels like family. So it doesn't have to be blood related, but someone who you would call your family. And this is someone who's been there all your life. They have watched you grow up, and they are older now, maybe even elderly, and they have watched you grow from this beautiful little seed and this beautiful little plant to this big, big, strong tree, and they're very proud of you. This reading makes me cry. I'm so sorry. This is, but in a good way. This is very beautiful. They believe in you, whatever it is that you're that you want to start. They have defended you your whole life. They have always supported you, even if sometimes silently and you didn't know. And they know that whatever you start in life, something lovely will grow from this. They believe in you. So if you're at a part in your life right now, sorry, I will try to stop crying soon. If you're in a part of, I'm sorry, I will wear some obsidian and some amethyst just to balance myself. If you're in a part of your life right now where you start something new, maybe you finished your education, or maybe you're about to finish your education, or maybe you're about to start a new job, or maybe you're about to become self-employed, it feels like you're at an intersection like that. And if that is the case, this person believes in you 100%. And even if they don't fully understand what it is that you do, or even if they keep forgetting what you tell them, don't stop telling them, because they believe in you and they are so interested. For those of you who practice, like for all my pagans out there, for all my witchlings out there, for those of you who practice, this is ancestral magic energy. This is ancestral energy. This is someone who could list the strong and independent people who came before you, who are the reason why you can stand here and why you can grow where you planted, because they planted you here and now you grow and you bloom. Okay, this was the energy check. If this resonates, let's take a look at why can't they stop thinking about you. We're using the Van Gogh Tarot. Van Gogh, actually, but I'm not Dutch, so I can't really, so I'm saying Van Gogh for everyone here because I speak English here, but it's actually not Van Gogh, it's Van Gogh, and I can't pronounce it properly. So for everyone who's here who is Dutch, I apologize for my pronunciation. So, why can't they stop thinking about you? Why? Thank you. We have the Death card, but we have it in reverse. 1 second. Do you want to be upright or in reverse? It definitely wants to be in reverse. It fell on the floor and it remained in reverse. It's and what I hear about that is I know what I want, and I said what I said is what I hear. It's like maybe this person is very forgetful, and you keep asking them, are you sure about this? Are you sure about something? And they're like, yes, I said what I said and I meant what I said. And they don't mean it in a bad way. It's just they really still know exactly what they want. And it feels like you are very good at listening to them. With the Death in reverse, we have Scorpio energy here, by the way. And here we have the number 15, which in tarot would be the Devil card with Capricorn energy. Just in case you want to take a look at your placement. So with the Death in reverse here, why can't they stop thinking about you? Because they are in a state of resistance to change. Maybe they had, again, if this is an elderly person, maybe they had to go to an old people's home, or maybe they don't have to be an elderly person, but maybe they had to move. Maybe they had to leave their comfort zone. They had to leave their home. They had to, something changed, and something that they didn't choose for it to change. This is just something that happened and they had to go with the flow, and they don't feel very comfortable with that. So they can't stop thinking about you because of a resistance to change that they have. I have to briefly pause the video to blow my nose. Thank you. And they're also fighting a personal transformation. So they have a resistance to change, and they're also fighting a personal transformation, and they can't stop thinking about you. This could be because they raised you, or they helped raise you, and they absolutely love these times, and they can't stop thinking about it because so much in their life is changing right now, and it's out of their control, and it's changing, and they're like, I still remember when I read picture books to them, or when I played the piano to them, or when I planted herbs in the garden with them, and they still remember, and they're like, what good times they were. And when I say they have a resistance to change, when they say they have resistance to change, I'm not saying that they hate what's happening right now, but it is new and it is uncomfortable for them, and they have to learn to deal. And when they think of you a lot right now, they can't stop thinking about you, because thinking of you gives them comfort, because thinking about you is thinking about all the good days. I'm sorry, I can't stop crying. This is such a beautiful reading. Thinking about you means thinking about the good days. It means thinking about when everything was still okay and when they had their own life under control. We never have our lives under control, but this is how it feels like to them. Thinking about you gives them comfort, and that is the main reason why they can't stop thinking about you. It gives them comfort. So let's take a look at what do they think about you? What do they think about you? What do they think about you? We have the Hanged Man. Sorry, do you want to be upright or reverse? This isn't answering my question. Okay. We have the Hanged Man upright. What do they think about you? This is the number 12 in tarot, by the way. In case, I always mention the numbers because some of you would like to look up angel numbers or numerology, so I like to mention it. The Hanged One has Pisces and Neptune energy. Pisces is the last sign. What do they think about you? Thinking about you gives them a new perspective when they feel down. So thinking about you really helps them. And what do they think about you? Happy memories. It gives them a greater perspective. It gives them a perspective where they're not focused on what isn't working out for them right now, or what is out of their control right now, or what feels uncomfortable for them. But when they think of you, they think of all the good things. They think of the fact that whatever you started with your life, it will grow beautiful, and it will grow beautiful because they planted you, because you are the seed that they planted. You are the beautiful flower that they nurtured, maybe even for decades. And I'm so sorry. If you're new to my channel, I don't normally cry through readings. I'm so sorry. I hope you can find enjoyment in your reading. It's all positive. I use the words positive and negative very seldomly because I find it's very judgmental. So I usually say beneficial and non-beneficial, but this is a very positive reading. They have so much love for you. So I cry with a happy smile. They think happy thoughts about you. They think that you're destined for greatness. They think that thinking of you gives them a very bright and better perspective. And thinking about you helps them let go of dark thoughts or thoughts that pull them down, make them feel down. I would like to look something up. I'm going to look something up because the Hanged Man is connected to Neptune, and I want to look up something that I read about Neptune, and I only remember half of it. And I feel like if I only tell you half of it, you will only have half the story. So let me look this up because I have this huge astrology folder on my laptop. So just 1 second. Okay, I found it, and it says Neptune stands for your imagination. but also for your psychic sensitivity, sometimes confusion, fears, spirituality, and the arts. So I feel like this person would definitely benefit from art therapy. I'm not a therapist. This is just a feeling that I have that a doctor would have to confirm. But this is just a feeling that I have. This person always loved your imagination. Maybe they even supported it in ways that others did not. And this person never denied you or never questioned your psychic sensitivity. Sometimes when children have a very psychic sensitivity, they are being gaslit, or they're being told to stop imagining things. They're being told to stop telling lies, to stop telling so many stories. It's time to grow up. You know, all my psychic babies, you know what I'm talking about. This person never did that. They validated your psychic sensitivity from day one. Maybe because deep down they knew how it's like to be invalidated for something, or maybe even for this specifically. And right now, they're more often than not in states of confusion, and sometimes in states of fear even as well. And it's kind of like the tables are turned now. You're not the little child anymore that is psychic and confused, or that is very sensitive and confused. Now it's them. And it's your chance now to give back. And it's your chance now to show up for them. And I think this is very, very beautiful. And they think of you as this very sensitive, but in a positive way, as this very sensitive, magical little being. And precious. This is the word that comes up. They think of you as precious. And they think of you as someone who will really change things in the grander scheme of things. I don't know what this means, but it comes up. This is what I hear here for you. Thank you so very much for letting me read for you. And my apologies for the crying. It wasn't on purpose, but this is a very, very moving reading. This is a generational support reading. This is an ancestral magic reading. This is someone having an eye on you, and they will continue to do that from the beyond too. And you chose the Falcon's eye. This is someone who at the moment is going through a lot of change, and thinking about you is giving them comfort and strength. And for those of you who are like, well, this resonates a lot, but the person you're talking about already passed, they're still having an eye on you, and they're very proud of you. This is what I hear. Thank you so very much for letting me read for you. I appreciate you. For those of you who will follow me to the extended, we're going to take a look at their fantasies and desires, what reminds them of you, and what do they want from you. We're going to take a look at that on Patreon. And for everyone else who won't be there, see you in the next reading. And for those who will follow me to Patreon, see you in a minute. Thank you so very much for being here. I appreciate you. Please leave me a like, a comment, a follow, a subscription if it resonates. If your heart says yes, I would really appreciate this. It's one click for you and it means the world to me. Thank you so very much for being here, and goodbye. Welcome in pile number 3. You chose this beautiful piece of rose quartz. Thank you so very much for being here. We are going to take a look at who can't stop thinking about you. For pile number 1, I put the crystal here in the middle, but then I didn't have space. So I'm going to put it, for the other piles, I put it here. So here's your crystal. We're going to take a look at who can't stop thinking about you. And this is the energy jack. This is your oracle card from the Believe in Your Own Magic deck from Amanda Lovelace. And we're taking a look at the current energy, the energy of this person, to establish who they are. Like, who are they? And if this energy check resonates, then please feel free to stay for the reading. If it doesn't, feel free to go back and to choose anew. There are no rules. There's no right or wrong. You can always go back and come back, whatever resonates with you. So let's take a look at who this person is that can't stop thinking about you. We have the number 38 with villain, and it says you can always rewrite the story. You can always rewrite the story. So, I'm just waiting for my camera to focus. There we go. What we see here in this picture is a girl on the beach holding a stone above her head, kneeling in the sand, about to smash a shell from which musical notes are emanating, coming out of. And the sea is rather calm. There are some waves, but it's rather calm. And there is a moon shining. It's at night. For everyone who doesn't see the card. For most of you, take what resonates and leave the rest. But for most of you, this is either an ex or family of an ex or someone from your past, from someone you went to school with, someone you went to university or to college with, to high school, kindergarten even. This is someone from your past, and this is someone who sees you in a certain way. That is their truth, but not yours. There is this saying that goes like this: everyone is the villain in someone's story. And I feel like in this person's story, you're the villain. You're the villain in their story because what really happened is that you took your voice back. This red-haired girl is about to smash the shell. Musical notes come out of this shell. It's like Ariel taking her voice back. You're the villain in their story, in their reality, in how they tell the story. But the bad thing that you did was you took your voice back. You didn't let them gaslight you anymore. You didn't care for their microaggressions anymore. You didn't let them be a toxic bitch anymore. I'm so sorry, but this is what I hear, so I'm just going to say it. We are on the beach here, and the first thing I thought is, this person is probably a beach. Yeah. The person who can't stop thinking about you regards you as the villain of the story. And the only evil deed that you are guilty of is taking your voice back, taking your energy back, taking your freedom back. Unapologetically so. She's not laughing, but she has this little smirk and this little smile, and she's very determined. She's focused on the shell, and she's not focused on what other people might think. She is calm and at ease and focused, and she's going to do this. She's going to take her voice and her freedom back. And they were not used to you being focused on them, on yourself. They were used to you being focused on them, showing up for them, being there for them. They were not used to being focused on yourself and you showing up for yourself. And in their mind, they warped that into you being a villain, which you are not. So that's your energy check. This is who can't stop thinking about you. So now we're going to go into the next question. Why can't they stop thinking about you? In case you didn't see in the intro, feel free to pause and to screenshot or to just read them through. These are the questions we're going through one by one. Here on YouTube and then on Patreon for the extended. So, why can't they stop thinking about you? Wow. I always pay attention to how cards shuffle and to how they fly out, slide out, just come out. I've never said that before, and I've been doing tarot readings, frequent live and online tarot readings for 3 years now, and I've never said that before, but this was an aggressive card shuffle. This person does not like being told no. This person does not like being called out for their bullshit, and this person does not like not getting their way. Why can't they stop thinking about you? Pile number 3, the rose quartz pile, which is the crystal of self-love, by the way, so well done you. Why can't they stop thinking about you? Why can't they? Ooh, wow. The shuffle is completely, look at that. The cards are stuck. They are stuck. Without you, they are stuck. Do you want to be upright or in reverse? Yeah, they want to be upright. Just had to make sure. We have the 6 of Wands. Why can't they stop thinking about you? Before I go into the fact that this is the 6 of Wands, I want to mention this is a Wands card. This is a fire card. This is a card of, again, very passionate energy. They can't stop thinking about you because you have won. Sorry, but you have won. You won this big battle of taking your fight back, taking your energy back. And you are enjoying your rewards now. You live in happiness, in safety, in comfort. You don't have to waste your energy on them anymore, and it doesn't drain you anymore how much they took from you. So now you have so much more energy. You enjoy the rewards of standing up for yourself, which is a beautiful life. And people have cheered you on and continue to cheer you on for taking your voice back. And that's why they can't stop thinking about you. It's like, it's infuriating to them. You've accomplished something big. It's so difficult to step away from people who continuously gaslight you and who continuously make you question your own worth. But you did that. And the success is yours and you're enjoying the moment. And that's why they can't stop thinking about you. Because they're like, what the fudge? They can live without me. They can feel comfortable without me. And also the energy in this reading is so different to the other piles. In the first pile, I was so smitten. In the second pile, I was so sad that I cried for a huge portion of the reading. Again, apologies if you hear from pile number 2. I apologize. And in this pile, I'm in complete cheerleading mode. I'm so happy for you. I can't even put it into words. You are a warrior for taking your own voice and your energy back from this situation. I'm over the moon for you. So let's take a look at what do they think of you. Let me just take a drink before we delve into that. I feel like I should have sage here for this because I sage the cards before I do readings, but I feel like after I ask this question, I will need sage again. Oh, do you hear this? There's a huge helicopter going, flying over my building. Yeah, this is confirmation. Do you have sage at home or Palo Santo or I have garden sage, frankincense, myrrh, something like that? Something that makes you feel cleansed. I highly recommend using it. To get this person's energy out of your life and out of your system and out of your belongings is what I hear. So, what do they think about you? Okay. We need some Palo Santo for this. Don't know if you could see it, but it smells so nice, and I feel like we needed that before I asked this question. So if we just did a cleanse together, then awesome. So What do they think about you? I always feel like you could never find your words with them. It was impossible because they didn't let you think. Maybe it wasn't actively that they didn't let you think, but there was like this dark cloud that hung over you because of them, and it was difficult for you to put into words how you felt. And maybe if you ever really mentioned to them how unjustly they've been treating you and how you felt, they will have tried to gaslight you. They would have been like, oh, it hurts me that you think that. It would have been immediately about their emotions. And they would not have understood you, and they would not have liked the fact that you spoke up. No positive feedback at all. Definitely not. What do they think about you? Oh, we have the Hermit. They think that you're a couch potato. They think that you're someone who is too much in their head and someone who is very woo-ju juju. Like, oh, you can't deal with real situations because you're busy meditating. They think that you're rebellious. They think that you live in the 5D more than in the 3D. That you turn inwards a lot with Virgo and Earth energy here. They think that you are very giving, but they think that you are the problem. Sorry, I'm just saying what they think. Because they think that you are withdrawing too much and that you only seek for answers within yourself but never listen to anyone else. So it's difficult to have a conversation with you. They think you're the problem because you've preferred being alone than spending more time with them. This could also have been a former friendship, by the way. They think that you are very much lost in your own mind, and while you were busy going by the beat of your own drum, while you were busy searching for your inner truths, you forgot about them. They feel like you owe them something. They feel like you would have owed them more time, more energy, that you would have owed them explanations. I'm laughing because it's ridiculous. You do not owe them shit. They feel like you owed them more, and I needed more time. They just wanted to communicate with you indefinitely without anything ever changing. So maybe anytime you were like, this and this is something that doesn't work for me, they were like, yeah, sure, let's talk about it. Or yeah, let's have a talk about it. Let's sit down. Let's try to see what we can do. Let's go through the points or anything. Or they just had discussions with you, like really long discussions. And at the end of the discussion, you were drained. You didn't have any mental energy anymore. But in the end, nothing actually changed. So they just wanted to do that indefinitely. They just wanted to drain all your energy with having long-winded discussions, but nothing would ever come from it that could be considered beneficial for you or beneficial for the situation, for that matter. They just wanted to keep on having discussions and conversations, and I feel like it's kind of like a self-validating, kind of a self-validating process where you kind of like lose your voice by wasting it on useless shit and useless discussions, and it was a waste of your time and energy, and they knew. But you stopped letting yourself being sucked into this because you took your voice back, and by doing so, you became the villain in their story. By doing so, you became someone who successfully broke this loop of constantly being forced to explain yourself while nobody is listening. and while being shamed for speaking up for yourself. And they think that you are someone who found themselves. You did some soul searching, you found yourself, and they don't like that. They would have preferred for the discussions to go on forever. They would have preferred to waste your voice and your energy forever. Be glad you made it out of there. It's not your problem that they can't stop thinking about you. But for the witchlings out there who are in this group and who this resonates with, I would take a look at cord cutting ceremonies. And if that doesn't resonate with you, just make sure you take your power back. Anyone can do that. You can always just take your power back. And if you would like to hear about techniques, really easy, everyone can do them, techniques about taking your own power back, you can go to my Patreon and it's for free. I have put up a PDF booklet about how to ward and protect your own energy, and it's completely free. You can join for free and you can download it for free because I want it to be available for anyone who has this problem. The PDF file and the Patreon post is called Warding 101. You can download it at any time. There is nothing you have to do in return. You don't have to sign up for anything, or like there is no hidden agenda. You can just download it and that's it. And if you want to pay me back, you can like this video and subscribe and I'll be so happy. But yeah, if this resonates, definitely take a look at warding your own energy. I love you so very much. Thank you so much for being here and for letting me do this reading for you. I'm so proud of you for taking your own voice back. We're the villain in someone's story. Like, every one of us is the villain in someone's story. Be glad that you're the villain in the story of someone like that. You want to be the villain in a story of someone like that. So be proud of yourself. You made it out of there. You're so strong. Honestly, this is incredible. You are incredible. Thank you so very much for letting me do this reading for you. This now will go in the extended on Patreon. We're going to take a look at their fantasies and desires, what reminds them of you, and what do they want from you. And we're going to take a look at that in the extended. So see you over there. And for everyone else, see you in the next reading. Thank you so much for being here. Goodbye. Welcome in pile number 4. Thank you so very much for being here. You are the orange selenite pile, and my orange selenite is an egg. So I don't want for it to leave us and to roll away. So something that's very interesting in your pile is when I shuffled your energy check oracle card from the Believe in Your Own Magic oracle from Amanda Lovelace, no card came out for like 2 whole minutes. And then I said out loud, is there nobody who can't stop thinking about you? And then this card came out. And when you see the card, it will be very interesting to you. So these are the questions we're going to go through. The current energy between you and this person. Who are they? This is an energy check where you can see whether this resonates, whether this is your pile, or whether you would like to go back and choose a new. The timestamps are in the comments below. Then we're going to take a look at why can't they stop thinking about you? What do they think about you? And then in the extended on Patreon, we're going to take a look at their fantasies and desires, what reminds them of you, and what do they want from you. So this is your energy check. We have the number 31 with universe. We're all just stardust. And that's so interesting because no card would come out for you. And then I was like, is there no one who can't stop thinking about you? And then this card came out. This person isn't one person. The people who can't stop thinking about you are, and this is the first and only pile where this happened, the people who can't stop thinking about you are the people you touched throughout your lifetime. There are so many people whom you made a change for, people whose lives you changed. Maybe you have been taking care of many children, or like a social worker, or you are a parole officer who took care of many people's second or third or fourth chances. Maybe you are a manager of some sorts and you manage people in their work life, life coach wise, or manager of singers or something like this, you are touching many, many lives. And these are the people that can't stop thinking about you. You made them realize that everything is connected, and you made them realize that they are important, that they are being taken care of by you. And it's like you found your calling in this, and they can't stop thinking about you because you made a major and particular change for them by showing up for them. By showing up for them, you made a big change for them in their lives, and you helped them, you supported them, you propped them up, you built them up, you lifted them up. And they can't stop thinking about you. So if everyone this resonates for, this is your pile. Now we're going to take a look at why can't these people stop thinking about you? Why can't they stop thinking about you? I always feel that they underestimated you in the beginning. You're very friendly, you're very kind, and they underestimated you. They kind of, not because they're rude or mean, but they're like this. They saw your kindness and your nice behavior and your demeanor, and they were like, do they have what it takes? Like, do they have the grit? Do they have the special sauce? Don't know why I said that. It came up. But they weren't sure. And you proved yourself to them. And they're so impressed. They're like, this one person made this impact on my life, the significant impact on my life. Why can't they stop thinking about you? Thank you. Does the Hanged Man want to be upright or in reverse? No, it wants to remain in reverse. We have the Hanged Man in reverse. The Hanged Man, sorry if I say Hanged One sometimes, because I like to keep it, I prefer the Hanged One, but no, I'm still speaking of this card. It's the card number 12. So we have 12 and 31 here in case this is, maybe you want to take a look at angel numbers, numerology details. So I'm mentioning it. We also have Pisces and Neptune energy here. Pisces is the last sign. I feel like you were the last resort for them in some way. You were their last chance at something, and you didn't disappoint. They can't stop thinking about you because of the fact that thanks to having met you, thanks to having maybe worked with you or spent a lot of time with you, definitely, they became a believer of destiny. That doesn't mean that they are passive. That doesn't mean that they lean back and they're like, okay, stuff will just happen. The Hanged One is not a passive card. Pausing and surrendering is not a passive thing. It's very much part of the process. Anyway, maybe you're someone who goes off on a tangent when they speak. You it's very interesting channeling your energy. It's like, I start this sentence and I want to finish 3 other sentences. It's very interesting. They can't stop thinking about you because you made them a believer of fate, of destiny, of the fact that some things are simply meant to be. Maybe you use phrasings like go with the flow or trust in the process, and that made them more open to certain ways of thinking. It's kind of like you made them believe in things that they didn't believe in beforehand, and you most definitely made them believe in the fact that they deserve more. It's kind of like they didn't believe that they deserve anything, actually, maybe, and you showed them, look, This is what you can ask for in life. This is what you can trust in life. You helped them finally see the big picture, and they can't stop thinking about you because you showed them a greater perspective. They have a lot of gratitude for you. You gave them a new perspective in life, and you helped them see that when things are non-beneficial for us, we need to let them go. And I'm hearing the let it go. I don't even know what this is from. Is this Frozen? I never watched Frozen. But yeah, you taught them that. You taught them to let go of shit that doesn't serve us, and you helped them see the bigger picture. You helped them gain a greater perspective, and they will never forget that you did that for them. And maybe you don't even know. But again, they is plural. This isn't one person. This is really the only reading I'm having here in this pick-a-pile that is not just one person. Those are multiple people who feel very connected to you, and who are so grateful for all the hard work you put in for them. What do they think about you? Let's dive deeper into this. What do they think about you? Pile number 4, the orange selenite pile. What do they think about you? Ooh, that was a terrible shuffle. Let's do that one again. What do they think about you? No. It's difficult because it's not just one person. It's like the cards are like, this is too much. I don't know why I made that voice, but this is the voice of the deck now. Okay. What do they think about you? I know this is a lot to ask for, but can I get one card maybe? What do they think about you? Oh, the card just fell on the floor. Do you want to be in reverse or upright? It wants to be in reverse, and it is the 8 of Swords. Sorry. It looks like this, but I'm going to turn it around. Sorry, my camera is like, I am retiring for the night. Come on, you can do this. You can, yes. My camera is done for the day. We have the 8 of Swords in reverse. What do they think about you? They think that you're a person that always keeps on going. You're a person that is very much in their head. You're a person who starts 10 sentences and finishes 20. But you're also a person that doesn't surrender to hopelessness or negativity. And even though you're very much in your head a lot, you're never getting stuck. And even if you chose a few non-beneficial paths in your lifetime, you know how to unstuck yourself. I'm so sorry, but I'm hearing, and everyone who minds cursing, this isn't your channel, but what I'm hearing is you know how to unfuck situations. It's like when someone fucks something up, you know how to unfuck a situation, and they're so incredibly grateful to you for that. That's what they think of you. You're the person who unfucks situations. You're the person who never surrenders to hopelessness, who always finds a way. You're the person who has the skills to get them and yourself out of any situation. You're never trapped. You always find a way. And I'm hearing it, this isn't the end of the song. You're always the person that when people are like, oh my gosh, this and this and this went wrong, like maybe you're in a managing position or something like this, but it's like when people are like, this and this has gone completely wrong, you're like, tell me more. You're like, it's never over. You have this mindset of it's never over, is what I hear. Like there's always a way. And when people say the situation is hopeless, then they just haven't considered all possibilities. And this person, that's what this person thinks of you. Like you're the can-do person that they've met. And maybe you're even the first can-do person that they've met that is so intense in a good way. And it really inspired them. You are the most communicative person that they know. And you have a very selfless energy. And you, again, with the universe, we're all just stardust. You made them realize that everything is connected and that there is a reason why they met you. And they're incredibly grateful for that. They see in you more than just the person who did this thing for them. Yes, you did this thing for them, you supported them, you helped them in a very difficult time on their way, but you way more than that. And they will never forget what you did for them. And I don't know why, but I'm thinking of Batman all of a sudden. It's kind of, you swooped in and you changed everything. And what I like about Batman is he's a superhero that hasn't gotten any superpowers. He just has all these gadgets. So maybe that's how they see you. Someone who acquired many, many tools because because you are very crafty. But you don't have any superpowers. Your superpower is your mind. Your big brain is what I hear, is your superpower. It's that you never give up. And it's like Batman, he's a superhero, but he has no powers. And it's like, this is how they see you. You're like the Dark Knight that swoops in and takes care of everything, even though you're also only just human, you're only human, but you're doing so much with your humanness. And they're very grateful to you. And they are many, and they're so grateful to you. That's what I have for you. Thank you so very much for letting me do this reading for you. We're going to do the extended on Patreon, where we're taking a look at their fantasies and desires, what reminds them of you, and what do they want from you. We're taking a look at that on Patreon. Thank you so very much for being here. I appreciate you. If you could leave me a like, a subscription, a comment, if your heart says yes, that would mean the world to me. Thank you so very much, and see you in the next reading or over on Patreon. Thank you. Goodbye.